Hi guys, good afternoon from the UK. Let's talk about Kundalini, shall we? Again, it's like opening the third eye. You cannot miss it. You just cannot miss a Kundalini rising because it's the most amazing experience you can ever actually experience, apart from opening the third eye and reaching full alignment, of course. But Kundalini and opening the third eye, then when you perform a quantum leap and see the other realities is absolutely outstandingly amazing. We want to go through these things, yeah. Um, I had three of them. Um, I know some people say that the Kundalini can be about experience. No, that is not correct. That's not a Kundalini rising. Don't know what that is, but it's not. And unless you are experiencing the Kundalini rising, you don't know what it is. So it might be something different. It's like when people come to me, and as many people say to me, "Oh, the spirit world is communicating with me." I'm more than quite highly psychic, and they say they're whispering through my ears, but I'm trying to understand what they say. And this is when I say, don't you go there. Ignore it. Don't try to understand what they say. Yeah, that recording your mind is like the flight demon is called in the ancient. It's like a which is instructions to record your brain to keep you captive into the matrix. All communication with the spirit world and the source is telepathic. It's not outside your head, guys. You need to understand that. Kundalini rising as well. It's an amazing experience. It does not go wrong. The source will not allow you to have a Kundalini rising unless you are prepared for it. Yeah. So let's find out what the Kundalini. We're going to find out what they say about what you can find there. What it says, and then we're going to reveal some more secrets, isn't it? Because the source will revealing secrets at the gate. Yeah, it's fun. Anyway, so the Kundalini is derived from the Sanskrit word, and it means a spiral. And it says to be a vast, massive, energetic reserve of energy, basically, that lies dormant at the base of the spine. It's coiled up like a serpent, yeah, that has its tail in its mouth. So that's the matrix, which is symbolized like with the snakes, but in its tail, because it's feeding itself through that vast energy that is trapped in within the matrix, which is our consciousness. This energy obviously is female in nature because it's the soul that is disconnected from the spirit of the soul. So when it awakens finally, which is what we're trying to do at the gate, awakening you, it spirals up via the chakras. And we've got 7 main chakras. We've got plenty of other chakras, but those are the main ones. So it spirals up and you can feel it. It's amazing. And it's really, really, really fast. And it pierces the top of the head. Basically, it's like blades open. Like you had like like some kind of like metallic robotic thing, blades to stop that energy from actually rising upwards. Metrics that. So the energy, it pierces up, the plates open, and it projects upwards in search of the male energy, which is the source of the spirit, symbolizing the consciousness, the merging of the soul and the spirit. And then that's it. You begin to be free. Some people just have one Kundalini. Not that big. I had one Kundalini rising. I believe he spoke in one of his books, and this lasted 1 hour. And after that, that was it. Let's talk a little bit about the chakras, shall we? The chakras are like a spinning vortex of energy, which the physical body is connected to beyond our 5 sense world, or the time loop, or the matrix. Yeah. And in Sanskrit, they mean that they call the chakras wheels of light because they're actually spiraling. They're spiraling. This, what people doesn't know, has not quite revealed, is that these 7 spinning vortices of wheel of lights are actually connected to the false core beliefs, and are the 7 sins, and are the energy points of which we have been feeding that forces. So basically, at the moment, your chakras are spiraling towards the left side, and we need to change that and spiral them towards the right. How do we do that? Well, again, guys, need to higher wisdom. We need to change the DNA code. I've explained plenty of times how to do. We need to change the code. Yeah. So the chakras interconnect actually with the physical body um, through the endocrine system, and the vibrational state of the chakras affects the body in infinite ways. Basically, we need the chakras aligned, because when they align, basically they all come together in the center point, which is the heart, which is the love, which is the source, and this is what we need to do. Yeah. There is three lower chakras of the seven, which is the physical, and then the three higher spiritual, and there is the heart chakra and the center point of infinite and unconditional love. And it's from this point that we can balance the physical and the non-physical levels of being, and this is our connection to the highest level of intuition and knowing. Yeah. So the Kundalini in yoga philosophy is said to be an energy coiled up like a serpent at the base of the spine. And when this energy is awakened, it enters the spine, and you really feel it, right? It's really cool. I loved it. I love it. I want to have some more. I don't know. It's just fun. Like a serpent at the base of the spine, and when it's awakened, it enters the spine, rises up along it, and is perceived as a luminous serpent by whoever has the experience. So the seated female energy, the light within, is dictated to leave the body. Yay! So a Kundalini experience is this tremendous, powerful energy that is released to the base chakra at the bottom of the spine. And the luminous rod pierces the top of the head, breaking the mind prison like an energy beam that is seen as projecting through the skull, pointing outwards, allowing one to connect with the higher consciousness, with the source. At this point, after that, what comes after, that's why you need a spiritual teacher to help you. The mind becomes bombarded with revealing information that will need to be processed in years and months to come. Basically, you get the information, you don't quite get it yet, and then, oh, that's why, but why, oh, that's why. Yeah. We become tuned to a much different higher frequency where nothing else matters, a kind of matter state, yeah, genius matter state, which is merely a transformation from a human to infinite oneness. Yeah. Your senses, telepathic channels, and your frequency not only rises but is heightened, and you can hear and hear things and see in never in reality. So actually tapping into other worlds that the matrix has created. After this, this basically life, it just it becomes like a bit chaotic because you don't know what's happening. It all happens very quick. You know, you're accessing a completely different story of serving the world both through the eyes of the matrix and the eyes of the truth of the source. You know, beyond the conditioned version of reality you have been, you know, used to, accustomed to all your life. So the serpent, obviously called up at the base of the spine, is the matrix, absorbing the creative energy of the female aspect of ourselves, which is feeding, directing to project our individual holographic illusion. When the energy awakens, the serpent, the matrix, imprisoning the female energy, also rises up and leaves the subconscious mind. Yay! Taking with itself the seed of evil. Yay! We seed of evil, of evil, basically, once you met with the male energy at the base with the seed of love, and if we take the D, is see love. Yeah, seed of love, see love. Yeah, the bit of matrix decoding, guys. And all the chakras then begin to rotate on the opposite direction, which is the right. It's called what we call a 10 of the wheel of life, directing all the energy to the one heart chakra and connected center point to the source. Yeah. It's more about the collective consciousness, about the collective Kundalini rising, which will be performed on the final awakening. But all of that is in Revelation, of course, Zion Cosmic Game. I'm getting this information from my book. I've got my notes here to be able to make sure that I don't forget any details. So I hope this is clear. I remember, guys, in one of my spiritual experiences, but that one was not the spiritual, that was actually on physical form. And I'm gonna tell you guys because it's just mind blowing what happened. I was working for with my ex-partner who was a reptilian, and I was running, I was having people working for me, and I was running a business and a charity. I was in charge of the charity side of it, and the other Muppet was in charge of the business side of it, and we got so many awards for the good we were doing. He was just pretending. I was the one doing all the work, and the ones working for me, I didn't know they were also reptilians. Anyway, I was with the reptilian one, and we were going to some meetings, and suddenly the source told me, stop the meeting, something is going to happen. I said, great, great. You tell me at the last fucking minute again. Got a bit grumpy. We were driving, we were on our way. And I said to my friend, yes, let's stop and just please stop the meeting. She knew that obviously she was, not only because she was reptilian, but she knew um, that I was highly, I was just going through a lot and I was awake. So she knew she was there to keep an eye to, spy on me kind of thing. But I had no idea, So, and suddenly, so I just drive, I said, where are we going? I said, I don't know, I really don't know. But then, there were signs say with an elephant saying memory. So, okay, I have to go back to a memory. I said, just follow the signs of the elephant and memory. So we followed the signs, and then the signs, they were no more. We got to where we had to get. And then there was a car in front of us that said if. And the source, follow the car that says if. So to me, just follow the if car. I don't know where we are going, but just follow it. So we followed the if car, was going through possibly about 1.5 hours drive. We were miles away. And suddenly I said, stop, it's here. And I stopped. I said, look, I don't know where I'm going, but I have to go somewhere. And I said, I left all my, my handbag, everything. I left everything there. And the only thing I was prompted to take was toilet. I had some tissues, like toilet tissues, white tissues. So I took all of them, no water, nothing, and I just left. And there was this path. It was like on the countryside, and it was one of the hottest days ever in the UK. I mean, it was like being in Spain. That was really unusual. I've never seen that. It was like the ground was like broken because it was so dry. So I began to walk, and suddenly I became like a goddess. I lifted up. I became on that amazing high energy, and there were others behind me. Because obviously I'm not the source, although that we are one with the source. And there were not as many as being the human race behind me. So who were these people following me? Now I know. They were my aspects that they were disconnected, that they were about to integrate, So I walk, and suddenly I reached to this place where there was a memory. I completely remember it was a wheel, a massive wheel of wood. I thought, I've been here before, but I don't know when I was there before. Obviously, when I entered the matrix, after crossing the portal, the wheel, now I know it was the first thing that happened, and then what follows. So basically, it was revealed to me how I entered the matrix after I crossed the portal. So there was a pathway, so I followed, and nobody seemed to be. I was the only one in that reality, and suddenly. I cannot move. I'm like standing up and I cannot go left. Like I just cannot move. Yeah, can't move. I thought, great. Any pointers here? What's happening? Help! I can't move. But I knew it was being done by the source, so was okay. And suddenly I was like that, like a puppeteer. Like a strings, like somebody, and then they were cutting them. And then I was free. I thought, this is so cool. And then I experienced another Kundalini rising standing up. It went on for a little while so that I was standing up. It was great. I was on a state of kind of bliss. And after that, I thought I was going to get back. But the thing is, I have no idea where I was because I had walked for about an hour. So how do I get my way? And I was, I was on another planet. So I thought, shit. Yeah. I was in the middle of the countryside. No idea where I was. And I didn't know how to get back. But I wasn't yet to get back, guys. So I was walking, and something happened. Yeah. Suddenly, it was revealed to me that something I was looking at was the devil, and it was a tower of electrical tower. Obviously, it's technology, and it was a way of them telling me that the devil is not real as per se; it's actually technology. And suddenly I stopped and I put my hand like this, and that tower of energy put something on my hand. It could be the fig or the apple, and my hand, I had no control. My body has taken over, guys. I ate it. And suddenly I feel like if there were snakes going all over my fucking body, the instructions, blah, 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 like my DNA had been changed. I thought, shit, that's what happened. Yeah. At the beginning, obviously, it was symbolic, if you know what I mean. It was being revealed to me. And then straight after, I had to go to the, thanks God, that's why I got the tissues. That's why I got the tissues. I had to go number 2 because we didn't go to a toilet before, and the source was revealing me after you ingested the lie, all those toxins need to come out, all the patterns, all the automatic mental patterns. So then I went to a toilet in the middle of the field, but nobody was there. The things you go through, guys, when you're in this world, it's unbelievable. then I thought, what next? Because by that time I was a little bit tired of walking, yeah? So they take me through farms after farms after farms. They were like nobody living there, and they were showing me. I didn't know what this farm, like they're farming us. Yeah, they were, and then I was going through electrical towers underneath. Well, they were really. I'm not gonna go in detail. I believe it's on my books. Revelations of Kosai and Cosmic. Get them. I'm not gonna start telling you those. Might as well just get on with it, guys. You know what I mean. Otherwise, I'm gonna be on your dreams. I'm gonna be on your face. On your face that you get them. And then, oh, this really winded me up. Yeah, there was this massive field that looked like a square, huge, huge, huge. And basically, now I know it symbolized the matrix. So there was me walking, boom, 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 like a square. Tin, tin, tin. Then I'm going through the middle. Pin, pin, pin. I'm going back to the middle. And then there was an exit door. The door was not being seen physically, but I could feel it. It was in the etheric form. And I exited. Oh my God. I just exited the matrix. I thought, thanks God for that. That's why I had the Kundalini and the strings, yeah? But I had to do it twice. What wasn't enough? I don't know why. I think one was for me and the other one from the aspect, because all the other ones, they were just behind me. So I thought, it took me about an hour to walk all of that. So I had no water. It was one of the hottest days in the UK. I was thirsty. I was, but I was enjoying it. So there you go. Yeah. Again, I thought, I hope I don't have to do it a third time. I didn't. And then more things, but I'm not gonna go into detail. That's the main things. And then I thought, I need to find like a road. I had no money, nothing, and I didn't know with the other was waiting me. So I thought, well, I'm sure the source will guide me, you know. And then no, I ended up somewhere completely different. And then there was a road. I thought it's got a road. But I didn't know where I was. I didn't recognize the town. No idea. So suddenly, I'm pushed to walk towards a kind of like there was a road and there was like a little alleyway. And I walked through it, and there was a place to sit down. And I sit down, and there was a tree, and this tree had like a snake shapes around it. That was in physical form. I thought, look, the tree of life is as we've been contaminated with the snakes around it, which is, what the Kundalini releases. I thought, wow, wow, it's amazing. And then there was a wooden box. I thought, oh, and I was prepared to open it. Really nice wooden box. Should have taken it. Evidence. And I opened it. It says the Pandora box, the metaphor of the Pandora box. And I opened it. And it's like, I released all the demons came out. I thought, shit, am I responsible for that? I didn't know what I was doing, guys. But no, they were showing me what the Pandora box meant, yeah. And then I came out, I thought, what on earth am I going to do? And I was just sitting down. There was like a little wall thing and I was there on top, really, really thirsty, looking like absolutely, and I started crying. I just, after 5 hours non-stop, and you know, my body went through a lot. I was just in tears. And a woman said to you, what's happening? I didn't want to go into detail. I said, no, I'm just waiting for somebody. I'm just thirsty. I lost my handbag and I had a hard day. And the woman came, bless her. She went to her place and brought me an orange juice. So I drank it. I said, thank you. I drank it so fast. And then I was thinking, what do I do? And suddenly, there was a phone box next to me and it rings. I thought, this is so Matrix-like. And I thought, oh my God, I can call reverse charge. Yeah, I thought I'm gonna have to call my ex because I don't know. I have no idea of the mobile of my friend. Well, the one who was working with me. So I go to the phone. I call my ex. Where are you? He was furious. He was a reptilian, and he knew I just exited the Matrix. He was ballistic. I said, look, I don't know where I am. Where have you been? I don't know. If you want to know, ask the source. I had it. Can you come and pick me up? I said, no. I said, well, can you call my friend? You've got her phone number. Can you call her because she was with him as well? And tell her to pick me up, you know. And there was like an address there on the phone, and I told her this is where I am. So can she please find me and bring water and food? I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. Reluctantly, he did it. So she came in. I told her what happened because I thought she was a friend. Went home. Tell my reptilian is, tell me everything that you've gone through. I said, you've been going to sleep. And tomorrow, I'm not telling you. You said to me that you're a special chosen one by the source. You're on the, you're on the Mormon church, being a holy Mormon. You do not tell me what to do. And if you want to have the answers like I do, I speak to the source. So speak to the source yourself and fuck off. I went to the other room, shut the door with my cats. Yeah. And that was an amazing experience, guys. Um, really, 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 really it was. So I thought I'll tell you. Anyway, I forgot what the video was all about. Oh, the Kundalini. Anyway, guys, till next video. Goodbye.